Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 34 of Talking Games FC. My name is Hugh, and this is the Talking Games YouTube channel. Back to league action today after a somewhat tense cup match, which went to extra time, and I won at the death, which was very pleasing. But I would rather it didn't go that long. But hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles. So I think what I'm going to do from now on is up until just to finish the season off a bit quicker. I'm going to play 2 games an episode from now on until the end of the season, and then I'm going to get back to 1 episode, like shorter episodes after that. Just to push things along a little bit and give you guys something a bit more meaty to watch. So just means we can get the season finished a bit quicker and barring a disaster get promoted, sign some new players, and then get going on the conquest for the Premier League and hopefully other trophies too. I mean, I've still got the FA Cup touching his side. Oh, let that go for a corner. No. So yeah, I've still got the cup as well. So I just think that getting this season sort of played through and done with as quick as possible will, it'll be a bit more. Yes. It'll just be fun to have the renewed challenge of the Premier League. Say, like I said, fingers crossed I get promoted, which as long as I don't lose every game between now and the end of the season, I should do. So yeah, just look for sort of slightly longer episodes from now on. It's probably 40 to 45 minute episodes. Oh, that's one all. Oh, no, it's not. So yeah, just to give you guys something a bit longer to watch. So you can make a cup of tea, get yourself some biscuits, put your feet up, and just watch me talk nonsense and play a football video game for 3/4 of an hour. Plus, it means that. God damn it. Plus, it means I don't sort of lose practice with the game because I kind of like record a few of these in a row and then step away from the game for a while, because I only really play this when I'm recording these videos these days, because I've got so many sort of other games on my plate. Plus it just adds a bit more to enjoy when I'm doing these videos. Oosh! Absolutely smashed that. Let's do a finger pointed celebration with a weak jump and an air punch. So yeah, like I said, it'd be fun to have, the off season's usually a fun one. New transfer window, new players coming in, players going out as well. Boosh. So yeah, basically I just want to get to that stage a bit quicker for you guys. So. Alright, so 2-0 up nice and early. This is a good start to this first game of today's episode, at least. I've started playing on the back of like pretty much everybody else on the podcast's recommendation. I've started playing Celeste, and that game is fantastic. Like in terms of storytelling and like an old school platformer, like it does things I didn't really expect from it. Like even after listening to what everybody on the podcast had to say about it, the writing in it is really good, and sort of the like themes and sort of stuff that it presents in terms of I suppose the human condition, I suppose you could say, into like the main character sort of trying to find something to like wants to achieve something big to sort of give herself a bit of meaning in her life type thing. And I just wasn't expecting that sort of deep of a story. Spank it, oosh. And the gameplay is like, it's tough. It's not Cuphead tough, but it is difficult. But it's great because when you die, you just like you dematerialize, you rematerialize like back at the start of the room that you're in, and you just keep trying, and it's douche. Woo! And it's very much one of those games where it's your margins for sort of success compared to whether you fail or not is just like millimeters, and it's like I don't ever feel like I'm dying because the game isn't designed well. When I do die, I know it's because I didn't time like my dash right, or my jump didn't jump far enough, or I overshot a jump. Like I'm terrible for like I'll land on a platform and just sort of edge forward a millimeter and then just fall off it. So yeah, it's a fantastic game. Like if you like just like really good out and out platformers, and like I said, a surprisingly sort of deep story, I can't recommend it enough. Like I think that game is going to be one of the I think it's an early contender for like my top 10 of the year so far. Like I've played it for about four hours, I think, and I'm absolutely just like in love with it. It's such a good game. I've also been playing partly because of last week's Talking Games Happy Hour, which you can watch on Twitch every Friday around 6 p.m. Eastern, which is 11 o'clock UK time. Oh, that was a nice move. That was a shit finish. I played some Fortnite with Bobby and one of our listeners, Sal. And I've played some of the battle royale mode on it. Like I've been playing the Save the World mode, like the PvE mode on that game since it came out, and I really enjoy it. It's cool. But because I'm a big PUBG player, I said that was always my go-to, like battle royale. But I got it. Like I've never once like been. I'm not one of these people who's like, oh, you should play one or the other. And I've always given that game its dues because it does what it does very well. And I guess because I haven't played it a while and they've like tweaked it and they've added to the map, it's just improved a lot. And it's a great game, and I can see why. Like right now, that is the big game on Twitch. Like it's overtaken Battlegrounds. It's got more viewers than League of Legends, more viewers than CS:GO. Like it's the big thing on Twitch right now. And it's, you know, like PUBG's a lot. Well, you can make it fast and furious for yourself if you want to, but you can also play the long game and deliberately drop where you know, or you can, you know, kind of guess that fewer people will be, and sort of try and survive. Ooh, nearly got start to the half. And try and sort of prolong the game for yourself that way by avoiding people. But Fortnite, by and large, because the map's so small, you don't have that luxury. So it just ends up being there's a lot more chance for like encounters with people and stupid. So it's just, I guess, in terms of like being watchable for people who are a bit more sort of just want to be out and out entertained by a video game when they're watching it on Twitch. I can see why right now that is like Fortnite is the game, because you watch some of the Twitch streamers, like there's a guy called Ninja, who I highly recommend you check out. Like he's funny, he's like a genuinely like likable guy as well, and he's like really hyperactive, like he's just completely nuts. And he plays with another streamer a lot of the time called Dr. Lupo, and they've got a really good like dynamic together. They are quite funny. Come on, 3-0. Yes, I think we'll call that 3 points. And it's just great to watch, and like the added sort of thing of the building as well. Like I can really appreciate watching somebody who's good at that game, like when they do the building side of it, and they're just like, it just basically becomes like who can build the better structure to get higher than their opponent and come out on top that way. It's really clever, and it's just one of those games that I think it's done a very, very good job of coming into that area where Battlegrounds is and just becoming like being its own thing, and not trying to like copy what Battlegrounds is doing. And it does some things better than Battlegrounds, to be honest. Like Battlegrounds is my favorite battle royale. I love that game. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Let's make some substitutions. But like Fortnite is great because when you're playing it, you've got like the leveling system in it. And I just think that the rewards you get from that, in terms of like you get new skins, you get new like the gliders and emotes and stuff like that, and some of the emotes are really funny, and it just it feels like the game is rewarding you more than Battlegrounds does, whereas like the whole like loot crate thing where you can like open one a week for 700 of these points, it just doesn't feel like you're getting the game's giving back to you much. So Fortnite in that respect, I think is doing a great job. But then again, I don't think it has the propensity to just it doesn't feel as rewarding as Battlegrounds does to me. Oh damn it. Like when I get a kill, I think Bobby said it before, like when you get a kill in Battlegrounds, you feel like an absolute friggin' badass. Whereas in Fortnite, like I think I'm probably better with the shooting at that because it's on console, and I'm just better with a console than I am with a controller rather than keyboard and mouse. But I think there's just a lot more, like I get a lot more kills in Fortnite, but I don't have that, like even if I'm in like the other day I played it and I got to like, I was in the top 3 in solo, and I was just still completely relaxed. I wasn't like, if that was Battlegrounds, my heart would have been pounding. I would like my hands would have been sweaty, and you know that tension. One time, the tension that game manages to build is just palpable, and I love that about it. That being said, that kind of works to its detriment, because there's times when I can only play a few games of Battlegrounds because it just like I find it very stressful. But yeah, it's not like they're doing a great job with Fortnite, and it's I just hope they don't overdo it. Like I see they're on about putting jetpacks in the game, and I kind of look at that kind of thinking that may be a step too far in terms of what they're doing with the game, because you've got like the traps you can pick up, but and part of like one of those, that type of pickup, you can get like a launch pad, which is basically like a little like trampoline thing, and it just shoots you up in the air. So you can do that and glide down to people and catch them unawares and get the drop on people that way. But I just think adding a jetpack to it is just like adding too many ways for people to drop on you from out of nowhere. Because right now you've got the building, which you can, like, people can use to, like, you can build. I've seen streamers where they build that was a good win, by the way. I'm just rambling on. Where they build a structure purely for the reasons of making people think there's somebody in there, and then they'll run off and build another structure somewhere else. So still as we are, nice 9-point lead. And I just think that it's gonna be the jetpacks. I think they could add like too many ways like to get frustrated with the game. Like when someone uses a launch pad and like drops in on you and just appears from nowhere and kills you, you're like, fuck. What am I gonna do? So, right, I'm going to split the video here because I need to take a phone call, so stay right there. Alright, we are back. Sorry about that, folks. I had to take that phone call. Right, second game, Norwich City. Good 3-0 win in the first one, so hopefully we can carry on and get another 3 points to keep ploughing on towards the end of the season.
We await the conclusion of the pre-game formalities. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Becklin beside me. Hello, Peter.
All right, let's go.
For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
I have actually, there's a few players that are on the loan list right now that I thought I'd enter negotiations for. They won't join me until the transfer window opens, but they were too good to try for. I'm doubtful that I'll even get to sort of negotiate about it, but it's worth a go. Nope. Oh, off the line. That was a close one. Oh, another block. All right. Defenders are running their money today already. Ah, that was weak. Cheers, buddy. Oh. Tried to get a bit too clever there.
Brilliantly orchestrated by the manager. Well, Peter, you just can't argue with the substitutions. They were spot on, and the timing of each were perfect too. That sort of decisive management is a winning formula in itself.
Let's go to this young man out here. Here you are, good sir. Ah, we'll run it. Not quite the slick start to this game that there was in the first one. I thought bad things were going to happen when he missed that header then. Oh no, 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 no. I've made that mistake before. I don't know why I would do that.
No goals as yet.
Stupid boy. Right, let's go.
Good running
Keep
with the
running,
ball.
dude.
Can they build on it?
Oh, I thought I was in then. Wow, this team are moving the ball around well.
Stuck out a leg for a good challenge. Real chance to break. Now the pass.
Gonna have to hit that. I was gonna say I'll have to hit that early, but I didn't even get the chance.
Get the pass he's looking for. Ball's loose. Who's getting there? Jarvis. Houlihan. Over to the left. Help's available out wide. Can he finish?
Nice. Lovely tackle. Let's go.
Chases on.
3 on 3.
Driving on now. What can they conjure from here? Great strength
Come on,
to
keep
shoot
going.
for his opponent. That's great strength on the ball.
Oh, I thought he had that then. I thought he was going to get a header on goal.
To hold on for the support.
Lovely.
It could be in. He's had a
Oh,
go. And the ball's come
damn.
out.
I should have hit that earlier. Oh, that's a nice ball.
To head it.
Ooh. Alright, we're making some chances at last, at least.
Entertaining game this. Both teams have had chances, but it's still 0-0. Has a swing.
Yes, I'll take that. It was a nice passing move, that was. Boom.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly. Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal. Deadlock broken. It's 1-0. And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on. Plays it out to the wing. Houlihan plays a clever pass. Gets it back. It's a loose ball.
Nice. Oh, dude, run.
Looks like a good ball through. He's left his man.
Oh, why did he make like he was going to run and then stop? Oh, I got a shot in anyway.
Wasn't easy. Well, as Tesco points out, the keeper has just received an A+ grade. Clearance and very necessary. It's Smith.
Alright, from downtown.
Shots.
That was rubbish.
For the first time.
Okay, well, not the best half, but 1-0 up.
There we are. Off they go for half time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half.
Let's get on with it.
Has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight. Well, that certainly pleased the fans, and the players are definitely happy with that scoreline. The question is now, can they protect it?
Damn it.
1-0 at the break. We're already back underway here. Well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players behind the ball instead of running beyond it. They could even try to spoil it from here, we'll see.
Nope, not doing that again.
No.
I nearly did, but I didn't.
It's Smith. Tries a through ball.
Nope.
Timely
Nope.
intervention.
Wasn't really where I wanted that to go.
Jarvis.
Ah, damn it. Thought I tackled him.
Houlihan.
Bam.
Shell pass, that's the message there.
Oh, I think he might be offside. Chip him.
He's gone for it. He scored.
Yes!
2-0.
A little bit too high for the keeper then. I think he got a little fingertip to it, but
It just came down to a battle of wills between him and the keeper.
I thought he might have been offside when I played that ball through then. Oh yeah, he did. Ha ha ha.
At 1-0, this contest was still nicely poised.
Alright, let's get the substitutions in.
Mindsets are affected a lot more. Winning belief one way and that losing feeling the other.
Him. I'm just gonna swap players out just to keep them fresh now. Screw it, let's just put him out there. Whatever. Doing my best to try and keep as many players fresh as possible between now and the end of the season.
In that dressing room during the break has a greater chance of happening thanks to the early goal. It's the perfect platform now to go on and try to win it. That's surely a foul. Free kick.
I have no idea whose free kick that is. Nice, that'll do.
He's having a look round. Passes it through.
I was like that.
This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line. Frightened of people getting in behind? Yeah, absolutely. It just opens up the opportunity of not only strikers getting behind, but the runners from midfield too. Looks like a good ball through.
Ah, damn. I wanted him to hit that first time then, because the defender was there. Wow, that was a great first touch.
Jarvis absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game. Well, they say that your front lads should be that first line of stopping the opposition, and I think he's taken it to another level with his desire to get back and help everyone out.
Alright. Getting the ball back back off them a lot quicker now.
Forward. What does he try from here? Can he put it away?
Oh, I thought that was going in the top corner then.
Enough try. Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions. Poorly directed kick
Nice.
to the keeper. He's given it away.
That was a weird way to pass that ball.
Houlihan. Jarvis.
Wah. Nope, no, I found that.
Ball is intercepted. The defence can get it clear. Needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that.
Wow, they just keep giving the ball away right now. Not that I'm complaining. Lovely. Damn it. Just going to try and keep going then, because I thought he was away from the defender. Wah.
He just stood firm. That's not gonna
Wow,
make
their
it.
passing in this half compared to the first half has been terrible.
That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee.
the irony of me doing that just after saying their passing's been terrible. Nope.
He is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again.
Bam.
Well,
Isn't that the best at shooting from distance, that guy? I'll do. Try and ping this to my striker. Oh, I'm amazed that pass actually came off. And then the simple one didn't. Whatever, I don't want to see a replay. Alright, 2 from 2 for this episode. I will take that gladly.
Which is well deserved. How do you look back on the game then, Jim? There's a solidity about them, almost as if they set up not to...
Middlesbrough drew. Okay, so that stretches the lead by 2 points. So that's up to 11 points now. Unsurprisingly, Bamu is my top scorer for the month. Three players in the team of the month. Alright, match day 34, I think, including this game, that means there's 10 left. Oh, I have one player who wishes to negotiate. Alright, I will do that off air. Thank you for joining me, folks. That was a good couple of wins. This has been Talking Games FC. My name is Hugh. And until next time, be good to one another. Bye.